They are in Adinkerke right now, and the gaps between them so slender. Arnaud Demar trying desperately to get these three back in. Bert van Leeuwenberghe, Dylan Groenewegen and Arnaud Demar just closing in on the tail end of that group, who are, according to our timing, 18 to 20 seconds behind the leading group of four. Yves Lampaert keeps fiddling with his radio in his ear. I'm wondering whether he's waiting to be given, it might be a signal to the camera that he's waiting to be given the instruction to go on the attack, because surely Yves Lampaert has got to try and make good from this situation and go on the attack from that group. It has to happen at some point. Close the gap, Arnaud Demar. Just close the gap, please. Somebody do it. Oh, they might not. They might still yet not make it back. Robbie, the pressure's back on again from Davide Ballerini out of that corner. I don't know if they're going to close it. Groenewegen now comes through, desperately trying to do the same. This might all be in vain anyway, because they may never see those leading four again. Any moment now, I think we're going to look back at that leading group and you'll see Yves Lampaert on the attack. He has to. There's 3.4 kilometres to go.
Yeah, he's going to have to choose his moment. The best moment for him will be in a crosswind section if he can get somewhere where the others don't have any shelter in his wheel, if he can go on the side of the road. So, I mean, he knows this course. They all know it now. They've been through this stretch 3 times already. So Lampaert, he'll be weighing up, where do I go? Or do I do it on a straight section of crosswind? Do I try and hit them before a corner and open up a gap? Who do I have on the front when I choose to go? Where do I jump? It's all weighing up, like, where can I get Phillipsen in a position where he can't react immediately if I attack? So you want him sliding back on one side and go around the other side, that he's slightly boxed in, say, by Frison, that there's not the immediate reaction, that he can get a few legs. So he's sort of looking at them now, weighing up who looks the best, who looks the weakest, who do I trap on the front, and on which side of the road do I go? What exactly is he waiting for to choose his moment? With just 18 seconds still, the gap with 2.5k to go, it's not looking like they're going to get back. No. But there's still a couple of riders here who are capable of placing a big acceleration to try and go across.
Oh, Demar, Groenewegen, Van Leeuwenberghe, they've not made it. That's them done, Robbie. I cannot see them coming back from that. And look at this leading group. We have this fascinating situation of Soudal Quickstep chasing a group which is going for the win, which has one of their own riders in it, and he's a former winner of this race, no less. The problem is they have behind Fabio Jakobsen, who they know, should they bring him to the finish at the sharp end, has the best chance of winning. Yves Lampaert is going to have to roll the dice from this group, I suspect, because in Olav Kooij and Jasper Philipsen, you have two of the fastest sprinters in the world right now. What a fascinating finale, Robbie. It's brilliant. And Fred Frisson is right there, a man who we usually see almost always at the service of Caleb Ewan, with a wonderful opportunity, the big Belgian, today in the colours of Soudal Quickstep there with the red top.
It's been a brilliant ride by Frederick Frison to get across, and as I said, there were guys who just looked at him, but by coincidence it was Demar and Groenewegen on the front when Frison went. That showed at that moment they already didn't have the legs, and they were really starting to feel it. Frison off from the front, Philipsen through again. Yves Lampaert, he just eases himself back out of the wheel, calls Frederick Frison in between. A K and a half to go.
Yeah.
So Yves Lampaert's not slow, you know. He's got a pretty good finish on him, and he'll just be hoping that they've exhausted themselves with this attack. But I will be surprised if he doesn't throw one out at some point, a last-ditch attack, because he's got to be so nervous about having to sprint against Phillipsen, who's looked so strong all day.
And they're still not expecting Yves Lampaert to come through. They're going through and off those three, but every time they're slotting in. Let's see, Fred Frisson, though, is not going to have any of it. He's actually going to go on the back wheel of Yves Lampaert. So we're full on for the race finish from this group now, inside the final kilometre. One of them has to attack, and it has to be Yves Lampaert from this situation. He, as you say, Robbie, has pushed this with Jasper Philipsen today, and he's put his team in this situation, but it's going to be Frisson who goes first. Frederick Frisson, the Lotto Destiny rider, who goes first, but it's not a massive attack. It's not quite snappy enough, and he knows it. Immediately shut down by Jasper Philipsen, and we're back to square one. And all the while, Yves Lampaert waits like a coiled spring at the back there to Soudal Quickstep man. He will go at some point. The question is when, and if he doesn't, then he's really messed things up. Where's the group behind, Robbie, as well? They won't be looking back, though. It's all about these four now.
Yeah, well, there's that turn across the tram rails. Frison stuck on the front, and the head's on swivels now, looking over the shoulder. And Yves Lampaert looks like he's going to back himself in a sprint in the wheel of Kooij in last position. Jasper Philipsen, he just starts to back off the wheel a little bit of Frederick Frison. No, he wants to go to the front and lead this out, not get surprised. No, stays in the wheel.
Fred Frisson has already attacked once. Now he knows he's going to have to lead out. 200 metres to go. Fred Frisson opens up on the outside. Now Yves Lampaert goes. You were right, you know, Robbie. He wasn't waiting either. He was going to save it for the sprint. What has Jasper Philipsen got left? What has Olaf Kooij got left coming off the wheel in the yellow? Can Kooij do it right on the line? Jasper Philipsen has taken the win. He's done so much in this race, but he's made it count come the finale at Brugge-De Panne. Well, what a fantastic win for Jasper Philipsen. I was thinking from the moment we came on air, Robbie, that he might be doing too much. Let's watch the sprint from behind. And it is going to be Fabio Jakobsen, clearly the European champion, taking the sprint from behind for 5th place. And dearie me, here comes Groenewegen and others, those three who were distanced there. De Maar rolls in, the last of them too, along with Bert van Leeuwenberger. Fascinating finale, and another win in the career of this fantastic Belgian fast man who has done a lot. Boy, did he deserve that today, Robbie. He really did, didn't he?
He certainly did. Yeah, that's been just a brilliant ride by Jasper Philipsen.